Okay, now we're going to talk about setting up an equation. We want to set up an equation that matches our story problem. We want to do this because this is like the roadmap that helps tell us how we're going to solve to find out the answer to the story problem. When we read a story problem, we want to think about, like I've said previous slides, what we know, what we need to know, and then how we're going to use what I know to solve the problem. In every equation, there's a start, a change, and a result. So the story problem starts somewhere, but it isn't actually always going to be at the beginning. There's going to be something that changes in the story problem, and then the result is what we end up with. So in this story problem, we already talked about how what we know is that the store already has 32 yo-yos, that they ordered more, and that they ordered 46 more. So that means that the number of yo-yos they will have to have at the end will be greater than or more than what they started with. And we know that they started with 32 yo-yos. So since we know they started with 32 yo-yos right here, we're going to write the number 32 right here. So in this problem, the first number happens to be the start, but that isn't going to always be the case. So please keep that in mind. Then the number of yo-yos they have changes. So we need to decide, is when they ordered 46 more, is that what they have at the end? No, it's not. Because then they want us to figure out how many yo-yos they will have in all. So that's what we need to use to solve. So we're going to put the 46 right here at the change, because that's what changes. They get more. That's what tells me to add. And then they want us to figure out, that's what we need to know, is how many they will have in all. So we're going to put the letter X right here. That means that's what we need to solve for. So boys and girls, we're going to be working on practicing writing these equations to match the problem. So 32 plus 46 equals X. That is the equation that matches the story problem. Then we can go ahead and solve. But we're going to work on getting really good at writing out these equations using the letter X to show the part that we need to solve for. So we're going to solve this problem like this. First, we're going to add the ones places up together. So the 2 is in the ones place in 32, and the 6 is in the ones place in 46, and 2 plus 6 equals 8. Now I'm going to look at the tens place. This is a 3, but we know because it's 32 that it's actually a 30. And I'm going to look at the 46. The 4 is actually a 40. So I'm going to add 30 plus 40, which is 70. Now I can add 70 plus 8 equals 78. And that is my answer. So 32 plus 46 equals 78, or X equals 78. We know now that that answered the question, how many yo-yos they will have in all. They will have 78 yo-yos in all.